Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is King Nerdiest, and gobble gobble, it's Thanksgiving. So, I decided to list my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games that I am thankful for. Why 12? Because, frick it, I'm bored, and I have not uploaded in a while. So let's get right into the countdown. For number 12, we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Stairway to the Destined Duel. It's made by Konami, licensed by Nintendo, and only reason I really have this on the list is because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something I'm very fond of, weirdly enough. I was always a big fan of, sort of card games, like Pokemon the card game, or Yu-Gi-Oh! And always love some sort of strategy or mind game that you could just, screw over your opponent with just, one really good turn. And that's the kind of stuff you get to do in this game. Plus, it has all the lovable monsters in it, like Gaia the Fierce Knight and Dark Magician and Giant Soldier of Stone. So, yeah. And in the number 12 spot is Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, made by Activision and Vicarious Visions for the PS4. So I should also, but this is a Game Boy Advance game by ours, so played in my DS. So just gonna put that right back in there. Okay. But yeah, actually it's made by a lot of people, like Dolby, Activision, Vicarious, Blu-ray Disc, Havoc, Demoware, Bink Video. Everyone wanted a piece of this game, and I don't see why not. It's the 3 best games in one Crash. What? Okay, it's Crash Bandicoot, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back, and Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. The 3 best Crash Bandicoot games in one tiny disc, which is amazing. I've never really been a fan of platformers. I just find them kind of hard, like Mario. I've been a big fan. But Crash Bandicoot is one of the hardest games I've ever played. But it's difficult and fun at the same time. It's not like Dark Souls where you're just gritting your teeth all the time. You just want to get it over with. You do want to get it over with. But every time you die, you're always like, I want to get back into that. I will complete this level. This is a game that it can be very addicting. And whenever I die, I'm always like one step ahead whenever I re-enter the level. And then when I die, I'm always like, okay, I'm ready for the next challenge. And then I keep going, and I keep learning, I keep dying, and I keep getting more experience the more I play it. So, this game is, I find this game to be a very addicting and sort of stressful game, and I keep saying and, sorry, but this game, it introduced me to a platformer that was fun, and I don't know what I'm trying to say, that always happens. What I'm trying to say is, Platformer games are not the kind of games that I truly like. They're my least favorite types of games, because they're kind of hard for me. I just don't understand the appeal. But with this game, I can understand it. There's always something new happening. Like, you're riding a boar and you have to dodge, like, spike totems. Or you gotta spin out of the way of the bats or else they'll get you. Or there are freaking hyenas running after you and you have to just go with the flow and try to dodge freaking people throwing ice at you. It's always something new, interesting. It's addicting. It's fun. There are a ton of secrets in it that really help you, and I just really love Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. But anyways, let's go to Dragon Age Inquisition, made by Blu-ray, EA, BioWare, and it's got 3 awards. And it's for the PS4, obviously. And this is probably one of, if not my first MMORPG. Actually, that's not true. I played Monster Hunter World. Know that? Computer game. Yeah, you know the computer game where hunting monsters. You know that one. Yeah, I sucked at it. Anyways, Dragon Age Inquisition is probably the best MMORPG I have ever played. Like, no joke. Because you're always... Well, let me start out with the basics. You get to... At the start of the game, you automatically get to pick a class, how your character looks, if they're like an archer or a guardian, dwarf, human, elf. It's really cool. And when you start with the game, you're apparently this person that absorbed something mystical, and you gotta fight all these demon creatures. And as the game progresses, you find out that there's more that meets the eye. And short disclaimer. I have not beaten all of these games, so I don't know all about them. But in this game, you're the leader, but you can also take control of your party members, and you have more party members the more you progress in the game. So you got like a guardian, you got your cleric, you got your rogue. Even though I personally prefer the rogue class, I am a rogue, but I always prefer having another rogue. So yeah, it's got a bunch of charm. I would really... Honestly, I would, if I have played Skyrim, even though I haven't. Anyways, I would mostly relate this to Skyrim, even though I haven't played it. You're just going along destroying monsters, getting party members, and getting new special abilities. The further you progress the game, it's like open world with a bunch of different areas like towns and stuff. And there's not just demons that you have to worry about. You also have to worry about like neighboring armies that you have to fight that are your rivals and stuff like that. And I am just trying to speed this up as fast as I can, because the longer this video takes, the more it takes to download into my YouTube account. So let's move on to number 9. Splatoon. Made by Nintendo, obviously. Also, fun fact, I used to actually have these 3 amiibos, but when I moved over to here, which is California, freaking mover stole it. Just get a cheap buck. Who the frick steals from a little kid? Anyways, I don't have it in the box, because I am currently playing it at this time. So yeah, I really like this idea of a sports game that's a sports shooter game that's kid-friendly. you really have to give Nintendo props for making a shooter family-friendly. Usually when you think of shooters, you gotta think of all the pistols and Remingtons and warfare and explosions and blood and guts and gore. But Nintendo has always made their games family-friendly, or so you think. Go watch MatPat if you don't know what I'm talking about. But still, it is a major improvement. I like how there's all these sub-weapons like miniguns that you have to charge up, snipers that you also have to charge up, but still are OP as frick. And you also have these specials like when you turn into a giant squid thing, and my personal favorite, and I think the crowd favorite, the Ink Strike, which can give you such an advantage. And whenever I play these games, I always have fun, but I always lose somehow. I am not good at covering turf. I'm always trying to kill people. But anyways, still, this game is epic because of the variety, the strategy, and also it has a single player mode, which is OP for all those kids that bought this game thinking that they would just go in and play, but realize they need a freaking Wii U connection thing, so they still have something to look forward to, which is epic. Also, and I have not completed this game 100%, but still, it is freaking awesome. Gosh darn. Anyways, we're on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're on the 8th game, which is the Wonderful 101, made by Nintendo for the Wii U, starring the P-Star Group and Cryware. I have actually completed this game, but not 100%, and I'm going to go back into it one day and complete this game 100% because it is so freaking awesome. I mean, automatically, right off the top, you can see how freaking awesome this game is. You got, like, a guy with a giant fist made from other people. You got this guy carrying a gun, this person, around with a whip, this ninja dude, just freaking beyond ninja-like with his claws. And then the favorite character, okay, I'm not even gonna say anything about that, but he's freaking playing a game while falling in like mid-air, which is freaking awesome. Also, nice play, 101, but there's a person in the one. I like that. In this game, you are the 100, you play as not 5, not 20, not even 60. You play as 101 characters if you find all the characters. Yes, there is some assembly required to the full mission, but I do have it in this box. And as you can see, it's already and the disc is already filled with a boatload of characters. And when you actually get into the game and you start making all these giant fists and swords and claws and whips and bombs and hammers and guns, you just freaking love it. You just start comboing on the robots. Also, the end is so freaking epic. I love it. Whenever you're just like firing the super mega death laser and how you're teaming up with your enemies. I always loved Prince Vorkin. Somebody make a top 10 and freaking princes or kings and add Prince Vorkin. He is awesome. But anyways, I freaking love this game from start to end. That always happens. Because it's always doing something new, but always sticking to the same formula. Like, you need this certain thing to do this, but there's always something new that you have to add this to. It's always trying to be new and fun, and there's always some sort of combat strategy that you have to do. Like when you have to use the gun to launch the bombs at the enemies, or when you have the sword to freaking knock back the lasers. And when you have the freaking ninja guy that has to climb on the chains, it's so freaking epic. God, help me. Anyways, next we have for the PS4, made by Square Enix, and sponsored by Disney. And we have Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 Remix. What a name. What a freaking name. And this has, I think, 5 games in it. Just so many games. And I'm still on the first game and the second, like the third area. Also, look at this smug little story here. Freaking King of the World. Also, I like how it foreshadows on the box. Like I said, I have not finished this game. In fact, I have very little experience with this game in general. But I have seen plenty of spoilers to know that this game is gonna get intense. And I just love how you meet all the different Disney characters. And you just have, and you can team up with freaking Tarzan and freaking, actually I don't know who you team up with. Yeah, team up with Donald, Ariel, Goofy, Tarzan, I think Jack Skellington, definitely team up with Mickey Mouse, I think. I don't know all the gist of it, but it combines the major, like, beat-em-up sort of action with the style of an MMORPG, which is always improvement whenever you can add an RPG. Whenever you can add an MMORPG style type of game to something like a beat-em-up or a fighting game. I just love that kind of stuff. And just the pure threat of the Heartless is just one of my favorite types of enemies in, like, general, and just the idea of you just turning into a soulless, heartless, beady-eyed monster is just so freaking awesome. And I just love how it's so freaking anime. Like, in the opening intro, you just got, like, all this freaking random stuff that's, like, so symbolic. It's, like, so freaking yandere. It's so freaking adorable. I love it. And I ship Kyrie and Sora. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I am going to be just so much at school. But maybe this will get some of my credibility back, because in my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, in my 7th place, I have Street Fighter 2, made by Capcom and Nintendo for the Super Nintendo. In fact, I never actually had a Super Nintendo, but I had like a 3-in-1, which also got stolen by the movers. But now I have a new one, but doesn't work with the TV I have in my game room, so I can't really play this game. But I have really fond memories of it, even though I had no idea how to freaking play this game. It was freaking trial and error trying to beat M. Bison, Balrog, Ken. I had to freaking put on the easiest game mode. But remember, I was like 7 or 8 when I actually played this game and beated it. So I just kept mashing buttons till I got a freaking Hadouken. And I actually remember, and I actually have like one very fond memory of my friend and me. I was in Georgia. I was in Cub Scouts. Like, some people from my Cub Scouts came over. I put this game in, and I was like, "Hey, my best friend, you want to play this game?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was Ryu. He was Ken. We were just like trying to camp in the corner, just like down kicking as much as we can. And I actually like got a Hadouken on him. It was freaking sick. And we actually got to 4 rounds because I won 1 and then he won 1, and then we freaking kicked each other in the face and then we tied. So we had to finish it. I think I won. Not gonna lie, I don't remember a few, and I'm not gonna be like I was the best. Yes, I got more self-control than that, but still, it's freaking awesome. And it was just a very fond memories, and I'm so thankful for growing up with such a classic yet revolutionary game such as Street Fighter 2. Awesome characters, awesome combat, just overall great game. And I'm gonna stand it up straight so I don't get any dirt in it. But now we have, from Nintendo on the Wii U, Amiibo compatible. Excuse me, Amiibo compatible. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD remake. And I actually do have the Wolf Link Amiibo, but I'm not going to show it because I already did that on my top 10 personal Amiibos because I only have 10. You can go check that out on my channel. Stars one of my friends in it, and that's cameraman. Anyways, become a legend in HD, it says. Also, look at this epic artwork. Yeah. Anyways, everybody knows what this game is. Basically, there are two realms. There's the Hyrule realm and the Shadow realm, where Link becomes a wolf. But I'm pretty sure they already did that in a previous game where Link became a freaking bunny or something. I guess they changed it to freaking appeal to the Lone Wolf style and grittier version of this. Also, I love the new villain, Zant. He's basically the Girahim of this game. Freaking wacko, insane, crazy. There's all these different types of characters, like you can see that opponent is the Link in the Shadow Realm, and Link is sort of the opponent in the Shadow Realm. But we got Link and opponent here, and just like this evil Shadow Castle, then Hyrule Castle. It's so freaking awesome. Also, I like how they show the Shadow Warrior, which is totally Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I might do a video on that later, but, and we got Girahim over here being so freaking menacing. Freaking love it. And we got fully evolved Midna over here next to Zelda, both wishing to be freed from their captivity. I just love how it's all action and fast paced, and I have not completed this game yet. Like I said, I have not completed all these games, but I still have a lot of experience with this game. I'm like at the Lava Temple. I actually think I beat the Lava Temple, so yeah, freaking Gorons. I met the Gorons. They're pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyways, I am such a loser for saying that, but I don't care. I think the combat and the complete style of it all just mixes so perfectly because it's I need a drink, but I'm still gonna keep doing this. When I cannot find, I forgot the words. I got the words. Did not forget. I'm a loser for doing this, but I don't care. I already said that. Just forget everything I say. That's stupid. Okay. We're gonna be here a long time if you just go with it. Okay. We're gonna be here a long time if you critique me. Anyways, when I'm in this Shadow Realm, I actually feel this sense of urgency and threats that are coming towards me. The freaking shadow face deity things, they freaking freak me out. And when I have to, like, charge up my wolf attack, wow, that takes a lot of time. It's stressful. And the fact that you actually have to defeat them, you just can't run past them. Gosh darn it. Also, I love how they have the bokoblins and how they're just freaking decked out with, like, more detail. and I was stuck in the forest temple for the longest time, even though it's the first one. But when I finally figured out how to do it, it was freaking amazing. It was just like one of those great moments. So yeah. And why so much monkey butts, Nintendo? Why monkey butts? That's all I have to say for that. Also, Nintendo, I got a grudge on you for putting all those spiders in my face. Personally, I got arachnophobia. How dare you put all those spiders in your games like Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles X and freaking Legend of Zelda. But anyways, we are going down to, for the PS4, made by Bungie and Activision. Also, Granny 3D, W-Wise, Havoc, Double Digital, freaking Demonware, and T for Teen. We got Destiny, the collection, which includes Destiny, Expansion 1, Expansion 2, The Taken King, New Adventure, Rise of Iron. So you can see all the people that made the game. I'm giving credit, so don't freaking play my video. And I like they care enough to claim my video. If they do, they just be the losers, because I'm just a kid. Wait, I'm 13, I'm a teen. Oh, no. Anyways, Destiny is just so freaking awesome. I'm glad they're coming out with the sequel, but for now I'll have to deal with this. And did I just say deal? I'm sorry, because this game is awesome. I did not mean to disrespect you. Very cool. Cool, right? Just look at this guy. Just speechless. It speaks for itself with cover. Actually, I was just playing this game because I just freaking love it to death. Just the fact that you can have all these weapons, and there's so much threat going on, but you can still just be a complete epic hero. Just like not even look at the enemies, still stab them in the freaking throat. Just, the story is so epic. The expansive world. You get to go to Venus, the moon, Earth, Russia. For some reason, Earth and Russia. I don't get it. But just the hub worlds are also so excellent with all the, like, sorry, itchy neck. With all the stuff you can do and get and buy and kill. It's just so freaking epic. And I'm just really trying to hurry this up, so I'm sorry if you can't hear most of what I'm saying because I'm rushing my words. Anyways, just the pure genius of this game cannot be contained within a few sentences. Go buy this game. Go buy all of these games. They're all amazing. Except you might not want to buy Street Fighter 2. Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition. Stairway to the Destined Duelist. Unless you have, like, Game Boy Advance or DS, and, like, a 3-in-1 cartridge or a Super Nintendo. But it's likely that you have a Wii U and a PS4, so go get these games. And if you don't have them, go buy the games, then go buy the consoles. Because these are games that are just so worth it. Holy of bounds. Oh yeah. Anyways, also the online is amazing. I like how you don't have to get PS Plus to play this game because that's just very annoying. Having to pay for an online service. Seriously. Jesus freaking Christ. Jesus freaking Christ. Do like Splatoon, where back over my Street Fighter, where you gotta just sign in one time, then you get everything online, especially in the other games. And so yeah. Wait, where'd it go? Or just I lost it. I lost it. Okay. Everything is full. But anyways, this game is awesome, so go play it now because it's an awesome first-person shooter where you get to customize your own character, whether you're an alien, a human, or a robot person. That is really weird, but still epic. And how you have to fight all these corrupted aliens that you already fought before. Yeah, and you gotta just go with the flow, just kill everything, and how there are always these side missions that are so freaking epic. And the DLCs are freaking epic and are an entire reason to buy this game alone. I just ran out of breath, so I'm gonna finish that off with buy this game. It's sci-fi, it's FPS. Go buy it now. And our next game, made by Blu-ray, Dolby Pro Logic 2. Certain games, DTS, to dual surround, and computer. Entertainment, we have Knack. Yes, a game that is just released by its sequel, which I am so glad because this game is just so freaking epic. How you have all these different kind of abilities he's sorted into this one little character that just grows and grows. And it's kind of easy to get 100%, which I like it a lot, because I personally like to go the 100% completion route. And the good thing about this game is you don't have to just go through one playthrough to get all of the this stuff. You can just go through it multiple times. And you just get 100% as you go through the game multiple times. So you missed one part, that's okay. You just got to play through it another time. You can just play through it another time, get more parts, get more stuff, and I'm pretty sure that's... Gosh darn it. I'm pretty sure that's mandatory for this game. But I like how you face I like how you face robots, I like how you face goblins, I like how you face goblin robots. You can fight tanks. It's so freaking epic. Look at this back. Adventure waits. That is so freaking true. And how you play is this like ancient artifact character where you can also absorb freaking ice, wood, light yourself on fire to become this freaking hellish demon from the archives. It's just so freaking awesome. The puzzles are cool. Only real problem is it can kind of get hard. Like how some of the enemies can one-shot you. Platforming is kind of hard. I'm just gonna put this over my face so you don't have to look at my ugly mug anymore. And he just becomes so big, and I like how they have like co-op where like the second player can heal you and all that crap, which is amazing. Co-op, you're not just another character, you're not just another Knack, you're actually a companion that has other special abilities. I always love how when you're first player, second player is always smaller than you. No matter how big you get, second player is always smaller. So you can just rub it in their face. Great game design. But I also love like the plot twist that the doctor's wife is still alive, and how that she's been working for Gunhar. Also, boss fights. Leads me to boss fights. boss fights are freaking amazing. How you're just like this big, huge guy fighting other big, huge guys. That's just amazing. And how they throw in certain special effects with, like in Gundam Hearts, where it's just bear to bear or fighting. You're just gotta dodge attacks, then wait for the right moment, then sock him right in the face. Or with like, what's her face name? Is it Felicia? I don't know. The big girl, pink robot. How she like poisoned you, so I gotta rush and collect all the freaking relics you can. But she like stalls and like stays in the air. That you can still use your Sunstone range attack to defeat her, even when she's in the sky. Hint, hint. But especially love how the final boss is. The final boss makes you freaking tiny, but you gotta rush to your relics to get huge, like bigger than mountains, huge, and fight him bear to bear. I just freaking love the ending of the game so much. Knack is definitely like a great game. So I have to compare it to basically actually I don't really know what to compare it to. Actually, imagine the Wonderful 101 meets Legos. That's what I can compare it to. But I'm going to pretty old school with this one because developed my Namco DVD ROM 2. And for the PS2, we got Tekken 5. Now this is just like my childhood. I have played this game so often, customizing my characters, just brawling, playing with my mom, getting frustrated because she would never let me win, mother. But, yeah. I freaking love how you had just like these three characters. Jin makes sense because he's just like the main character. Raven kind of makes sense because he's like the secret agent. But she has no bearing on the plot, but she's one of my favorite characters, if not my favorite character in this game to actually play. And her story is actually kind of cool, so I actually can play some of it. Only problem is, Jinpachi, like the final boss of the character's campaign modes, so freaking hard. I actually talked about this on another video of mine, my thoughts on Tekken 5. You can go watch that video if you want, but I'm still going to talk about some of this, like how there's the Devil Within, which is a 3D, not just like 2D bear-to-bear fist. It's like 3D where Jin has to like fight all these different robots. Oh. And he actually has to use the devil within him. If you guys don't know, he like turned into a devil, like Evil Ryu, Death Battle / Screw Attack, Jin Kazama versus Ryu. Do it. Yeah. Also, you can see it right here. Only problem with that is there's a bunch of platforming and bullshocky. You don't just go through fighting enemies, you actually have to do some platforming, which is stupid in a fighting game. Also, another minor complaint. This one's actually pretty minor. Just in the Demon Within playthrough. Any of you that actually have this game, I don't have it in because I'm currently playing it. My childhood. Yeah. Don't. Anybody that actually has this play. Anybody that actually has this game. Yeah, when you're playing the Devil Within campaign mode, do not go up close to a wall. and see Jin's face. That's just freaking creepy. Like, the freaking model is like so weird. It's like PS1 days. Tekken 1. But yeah, I love how all the characters, like Steve or Fang or Jin or Brian or Raven or what are the names? I can't see the name. Oh wait. Yeah, some of them are kind of forgettable, but still you gotta love it. And the number one game that I am thankful for having is made by Sucker Punch for the PS4. Best of E3 2013 IGN winner. Game Informer E3 2013 Best. GameTrailers.com 2013 Best E3 Awards. Best PS4 exclusive. EGM Best PS4 game winner. E3 2013 awards. Made by Sucker Punch on Blu-ray disc. Sony Computer Entertainment. We have Infamous Second Son. Oh my god, this game is glorious. Just look at it, all of its awards. Enjoy your power. Enjoy your superhuman power in a lockdown Seattle. The choices you make along the way will impact everyone around you. You want to kill the big bad bosses, or you want them to live? That's your opinion. I've personally completed both good and bad playthroughs of this game. The power's all mine. I just freaking love this game so badly. I was actually playing it a little bit today, but as you can see, it's in there in place of Destiny. So we're my precious. This is probably one of, if not my favorite game of all time. Because the world is just so expansive, there's just like so much bonus content. And the characters are just so amazing. The boss fights are incredible. There's always a new gimmick you have to do. You have to use. The upgrade system is awesome. The karma system is awesome. Use the entire game is awesome. You play as Delsinro, the lovely man you see before you, not me. Not the ugly guy behind the game. Hi. With this guy. And basically he lives in like a clan thing, but it's like modern with like just a log house. Basically, a conduit, which is a superhuman being. Basically, video game version of X-Men. After there were video game versions of X-Men. A truck of conduits crash near like his clan's log house place. And they escape. And one of them just so happens to go into the log house, starts all this trouble. And this character named Betty Delsinro goes after this conduit, and before that, the conduit somehow gave Delsinro smoke abilities. Yeah, there's like smoke, neon, concrete, video games, Inception. Yeah, he basically goes into the log house, fights Hank, leads him outside. There's this woman named Augustine, which runs the UP, which basically which is basically the Sentinel organization, except they're using the conduit's powers as well. It's basically the same thing, using fire against fire. Like when the Sentinels got all the mutant abilities. Yeah, it's basically this. Except all of the DP have concrete powers, and she's the big bad conduit queen. And Delson Rowe can absorb any power that another conduit has. So he collects the, and you know how I said there's two other conduits that they're escape the truck. Delson Rowe goes after them, forms an alliance with them. He gets Video, he gets Neon. Also, he fights them before earning their trust. He can't fight them mono in mono, like Neon versus Neon, Video versus Video. Also, Eugene, totally. Anyways, he freaking gets the two others, forms an alliance with them, storms Augustine's base. All three using their abilities, and when Delson Rowe confronts Augustine, he absorbs her power, getting new abilities along the way. He gets new abilities with upgrades and containers and stuff. He fights her using her own abilities and defeats her and or kills her, depending on your choice of action. Then